Welcome to the fantasy audiobook, Uncharted Adventure. Unlock the Deadpool template at the beginning. Chapter 61. Su Chen touched his chin and began to carefully observe the property panel. After 4 times of increasing the acting speed, Su Chen's basic attributes have increased step by step from 100 points at the beginning, to 150 points, then to 200 points, to 250 points, and then to 300 points. I don't know how much more attribute points can be increased. His current physique is already 30 times that of a normal man. In other words, the current Su Chen has 30 times the strength of an ordinary man, with 30 times the speed of ordinary men, has 30 times the agility of ordinary men. Su Chen blinked. He picked up a stone on the ground and squeezed it suddenly. Laugh. The stone is like fragile tofu, crushed directly by pinching. As soon as you let go of your hand, the dust blows with the wind. Stone. QAQ. I have no grievances with you, why do you pinch me like this? Crying. XOX. Su Chen tried his speed again. He suddenly rushed backwards. Call out. Su Chen was like a sharp arrow, rushing back suddenly with the sound of breaking the wind. Call out. Su Chen ran back again and returned to his original position. The speed of this back and forth is almost a few blinks of an eye. I, Su Chen, a real man. Su Chen chuckled. After going through this experiment, he has a general grasp of his own strength and this attribute improvement. Seeing this scene, the audience in the live broadcast room were dumbfounded. Lying. Groove. Is this the strength and speed of Su Chen? It's unbelievable, as expected of a real man. Studio. Su Chen is too fierce. If you go to the Olympic Games at this speed, don't you just need to have feet to break the world record? Haha. Sure enough, the master is among the people. This grip is too terrifying. Just a casual grip can crush such a big rock into pieces. It's so terrifying. It's a pity not to participate in the Olympics with this strength and speed. Although everyone in this team is a real sand sculpture, but the strength is really strong, this is really not covered. Everything is under my control. The reason why I am so relieved that my wife Yao Yao will participate is that I have already arranged in advance a teammate as powerful as Su Chen. Ha ha ha, the one who went up to the first floor, this bragging is good. What Yao Yao, your wife is obviously my wife. One thing to say, Yao Yao is really lucky to meet such a powerful teammate, wow. Su Chen and the others are full of strength points, and Yao Yao is full of luck points. Hey, it's another day of adventure, let's go. Looking forward to, I don't know where is the end of the ancient bronze tomb in the secret realm. The audience chattered one by one, and kept posting barrage. Su Chen and his group continued to move towards the passage. But as they walked, they realized that something was wrong. Something is wrong. Very wrong. This section of green grassland passage is too long. Su Chen and the others walked for nearly 2 hours, but they still didn't go out. Still a light grassland. Or the little white rabbit that can be seen everywhere. Sister Bauer, this passage is so long. It's the first time we've walked such a long passage. Yao Yao's feet are a little sore. Yao Yao blinked Kazilin's big eyes, and said in a cute voice. But, just at this time, when Yao Yao raised her head and looked forward, she actually saw a huge green gemstone. The green gem is as big as a football, in a prismatic shape, and embedded in the center of a huge rock. On the surface of the gemstone, there are mysterious patterns, which are lifelike and looming. The green gem emits a faint green light, rendering the area within 3 meters around it a piece of green. Wow, look, there is a big gem in front of you. So big, it's really big. When Yao Yao saw this gem, Kazilin's big eyes widened a little bit, and there was a strong interest on her small face. Wow, this is the first time I have seen such a big gem. This is too beautiful, too dazzling. Girls have almost no resistance to beautiful and shiny gems. The same is true for Yao Yao. It's really a big gem. I don't know how much I can sell it for. Sister Bauer's eyes also widened, showing the appearance of a money fan. She is different from Yao Yao. What Yao Yao cares about is that the gem is so big and beautiful. Sister Bauer cares about how much the gem can sell for. Okay. Kakashi rarely put down the little yellow book, looked up to the front, and was slightly surprised when he saw the green gemstone. This was the first time he had seen such a large gemstone. There was some surprise in Su Chen's eyes. Just now he heard the introduction of the system and learned about the origin of this gem. This is the gem of life. That's right, the gem of life. This one gem has healing properties. According to legend, once a person on the verge of death is healed by such a life gem, he will forcibly snatch his life back from the hands of the god of death. Of course, the energy of life gems is also limited. Su Chen looked at the gemstone carefully, and found that the life energy in this gemstone was not as abundant as before, but there was still nearly 1/10 of the energy in it. Studio. My god, what kind of gemstone is this? It's so big. A gemstone as big as a football should be able to sell for hundreds of millions. Wow, fuck, but I am uneducated, and I can go all over the world with one sentence. There is one thing to say, although the secret realm is extremely dangerous, full of weird times, and the death rate is so high. But there are so many wealth and opportunities inside. Abba, I'm envious. Haha, happy. My wife Yao Yao will become a rich woman after leaving the secret realm. Hug my wife Yao Yao's thigh tightly. Why does this gemstone look so much like the gemstone of life? I think I read it in a book before. The other side. Life Engineering Group. In Washaw, the Life Engineering Group is a behemoth. The drug industry chain of this group spreads all over the world. Building Research Office. A PhD in bioengineering is resting at the moment. He was drinking coffee while watching the live broadcast. What is this gem of life? Shen Fei was a little confused. He was watching the live broadcast of Su Chen and others just now, and he watched it with great interest. But as the camera turned around, and when the camera was facing the emerald, Shen Fei was stunned. Oh, Shen Fei was in a deep shock. He didn't recover for a while, and the coffee cup of the mobile phone was suddenly unstable. The coffee cup fell to the ground and shattered with a bang. However, Shen Fei didn't care about the broken coffee cup, but stared at the emerald in the phone screen. That's right, sure enough, there is nothing wrong. This is the gem of life, it is the gem of life. Shen Fei's eyes were extremely excited. The project he is currently researching is human life engineering technology. The most important research direction is about the impact of matter and energy on human life. As the leader of this team, Shen Fei consulted all the information about living matter, from myths and stories to the elements in the periodic table of elements. Shen Fei knew very well in his heart what is the significance and huge value of the research on the gem of life. According to legend, the gem of life contains huge energy. These energies can cure human diseases, heal human broken bodies, and bring people back to life. Once their group deciphers how this life energy is formed, once it is made into medicine and sold all over the world, there will be no problem in controlling the lifeline of the global economy. There are too many rich people in the world. In order to prolong their lifespan, they let their bodies heal, willingness to pay great fortunes at great cost. The gem of life, the value is of great significance. Shen Fei narrowed his eyes. His mind started to spin rapidly, thinking about how to get the gem of life. Exploration of the secret land is co-organized by the global United Nations. If their group wants to forcibly claim this gem of life, it is simply impossible. What should be done? How can I get this gem of life? Shen Fei rubbed his chin, thinking deeply. There is a rule in exploration of the secret realm, which stipulates that whoever gets the treasure in the secret realm will be the explorer. In other words, if Su Chen and others get this life gem, the life gem will belong to them. Have it. When they come out of the secret realm, find someone to contact them in advance and buy this gem of life. After Shen Fei thought for a while, he finally realized that only this method could work. However, not only Shen Fei has this idea, but also chaebol and groups all over the world have this idea. All of a sudden, following the discovery of the gem of life by Su Chen and others, the internet was already buzzing. In Weibo, following the popularization of science by Big V's, people realized the origin of this gem. No way. This one is actually a life gem. I always thought that the life gem was just a game item, a game myth, but I didn't expect it to be true. It's true. Now the chaebols and groups in various countries have secretly bid. The price of this gem of life has been fired to more than 1 billion, and the current trend is still rising. It's still rising. More than 1 billion. This value is too high. I heard other gossip that countries are also secretly competing for this gem of life. There is no way. This gem of life is so important that even the country has to pay attention to it. Oh my god, Su Chen's team is about to go, and they found the gem of life in the secret realm. It makes me also want to participate in the adventure of the secret realm. The wealth in the secret realm is too amazing. It's unimaginable. Information about the gem of life caused a huge commotion on the internet. Douyin, Zhihu, Weibo and other information platform software all have news about the gem of life. This news caused a lot of discussion among netizens. Research institutes and experts from all over the world also urgently began to hold meetings to raise the topic of researching the gem of life. Inside the channel, with the discovery of the gem of life, Su Chen and the others were inside the secret realm, so naturally they didn't know what kind of sensational things happened outside. Sister Bauer, I'm going to get that gem. Yao Yao Xiaofen waved her fist, her little face was full of interest. With an excited smile, she jumped and ran towards the gem of life. Happy to be able to find such a big gem in the secret realm. As Yao Yao kept getting closer to the gem of life, the ground suddenly began to tremble and vibrate. As far as the eye can see, the ground trembles and cracks. Cracks started to appear one after another. Not right, Yao Yao, don't go. Kakashi frowned and shouted loudly. He has a very bad premonition in his heart. Why does the ground vibrate so much? Why is the ground cracked? As the ground trembled, the sense of crisis in Kakashi's heart became more and more intense. Danger. Dangerous. Not good. Yao Yao, come back quickly. Sister Bauer felt the vibration on the ground, and her eyes widened a little. No matter what the situation is. Anyway, it's a bad situation. What? Why is the ground shaking so much? Yao Yao tilted her little head cutely, and made a sound in doubt. She walked not far from the gem and looked down, and saw a very strange scene. Only see. A huge eye is actually embedded in the ground. This eye is enormous. Not only that, the eyeball of this eye is still turning. Live. This eye is actually alive. The volume of Yao Yao's whole body is less than 1/10 of this eye. Terrible. Terrible. Boom. 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 The ground continued to crack, revealing a huge crack. A huge giant crawled out of the crack. The eyes just now are the eyes of this giant. The gem of life is inlaid in the center of the giant's forehead. Roar, roar. As soon as the gigantic giant crawled out, it roared, and the sound was so loud that it shook the passageway. This giant, more precisely, is a humanoid monster. 12 meters high, like a hill. It was dark red all over, with blood flowing. It has a lot of skin folds, and there are many parasites in it. What makes people feel that the pores are erected most is the eyes of this giant. Its eyes were extremely hollow, and there were huge maggots one after another. These maggots are extremely huge, a full 10 centimeters long, and they are constantly writhing in the giant's eye sockets. Disgusting. Disgusting. Not only that, but the giant also exuded a strong stench. As soon as it appeared, the whole passageway was extremely stench, as if it had crawled out of a cesspit for hundreds of years. The most impressive thing is that this giant has no clothes, and the whole body is exposed. Its reproductive organs have decayed, rippling in the air. Oh, Yao Yao stinks to death. It stinks, it stinks. Yao Yao was less than 1 meter away from the giant, and she couldn't hold back for a moment, she vomited immediately. She is now dizzy from this stench, but Yao Yao still pinches her nose and runs away. Studio. This monster looks too dark, my god, it scares me to death. What the hell is this? It looks too scary, it's disgusting. I'm still eating, I lost my appetite immediately. Is this giant a corpse? How come I can smell that smell through the screen, it's disgusting. Yao Yao, my wife, run away, don't get caught again. Run wife, safety first. If you can, you are the mascot of the team, not a fighter in the team. Ha ha ha, I'm dying of laughter. Su Chen and the others are all showing off, and only Yao Yao is being beaten. I can't find any reason to refute this sentence. Is this an extra-large Zongzi? It's too huge, it's taller than my 5-story house in the imperial capital. Nima, the one on the first floor, you are old Versailles. A 1-story house in the imperial capital, it must be hundreds of millions. What a sudden change in the painting style, a good comedy scene suddenly turned into a horror scene. Giant, run, you will soon be torn to pieces by Su Chen, run away. Sister Bauer, hurry up, use Away's 18th style to beat this extra large rice dumpling to the ground. Oh my god, the gem of life is actually on the giant's forehead. This giant is very strong at first glance. I feel that Su Chen and the others are going to be in trouble. Seeing the appearance of the giant monster, the audience was all on tenterhooks, and at the moment they sent barrage. Beware of the blood that runs on the giant. Blood is poisonous. Kakashi frowned, and reminded him at this moment. The giant's blood was as thick as a bucket, and when every drop of dark red blood fell on the ground, the grass was corroded into a big pit. There is a strong stench in the pit. These bloods are extremely corrosive. Where the blood touches, no grass will grow. Ah! Sister Bauer, Yao Yao almost scared me to death just now. Yao Yao was out of breath, and ran behind Sister Bauer. She put her small hands on her slender waist, and her eyes showed fear. Woohoo! In the future, if I see any treasures or gems, Yao Yao, I will definitely not be the first to rush up. Crying. The female corpse in white looked like this before, and now this giant monster looks like this too. I am too unlucky. Roar, roar, you humans dare to break into my territory. I haven't eaten human flesh for a long time, and I almost forgot what it was like. The monster giant laughed loudly. His voice was extremely hoarse, which made people feel extremely uncomfortable after hearing it. Boom. The giant's strangely gigantic face let out a sinister grin. His incomparably huge arm grabbed Su Chen and the others like a hill. Although his body is huge, but his speed is extremely fast. Careful. Sister Bauer hugged Yao Yao with her backhand, jumped suddenly, and avoided the giant's grasp. Kakashi and Su Chen rolled left and right, also dodging this catch. I didn't expect you mice to run so fast. So what's the next move? The giant's face was distorted, and he whistled. Next moment. Boom, 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 boom. Inside the passage, the green grassland suddenly split open. Monsters burst out of the ground one by one. These monsters are like miniature giant monsters, with extremely hideous looks, dark red blood flowing from the ulcers on their bodies, and a strong stench. With the appearance of one lemon essence after another, the stench in the tunnel became more intense and extremely fishy. The rabbits that were still jumping on the grassland, after they smelled this strong smell, a small part of them fell down on the spot and were directly fainted by the smoke. Very sour, very sour, very sour. After the lemon essence broke through the ground, they tilted their heads, screaming and repeating the words, so sour, in their mouths. There are so many lemon essences, there are more than 100 of them. A lot, densely packed. As soon as they appeared, they rushed towards Su Chen and the others and ran back crazily, extremely fast. So fast. These monsters are faster than the previous blood corpses. Everyone be careful. Kakashi frowned, sideways avoiding the bite of a lemon essence. Little Shishi, be careful. If you get hurt, I will feel sorry for you. Su Chen chuckled and kept talking nonsense. Deadpool roll value +1. Deadpool roll value +1. Deadpool roll value +1. Deadpool roll value +1. It stinks. I'm about to be suffocated to death by these monsters. Hurry up and make a quick decision and leave this passage. Sister Bauer retched a few times and almost didn't spit it out. In fact, the stench emitted by these monsters is too strong and disgusting. Then I +1. Su Chen nodded, agreeing with Sister Bao's point of view. Su Chen, who owns the Deadpool panel, has 30 times the sense of smell of an ordinary person. When he smelled this stench just now, Su Chen almost went to heaven in place. Now he was almost holding his breath to speak, not daring to smell the stench in the passage. No one can resist that sour feeling. I'll cheer you on from behind. Yao Yao waved her little pink fist. Yao Yao is still very conscientious, and now she has turned into a cheerleader and started to cheer for Su Chen and others. Sister Bao, go. Shao Shishi kill it. I will support you from behind. Su Chen raised 2 pistols and spoke loudly. Next moment. Very sour, very sour, very sour, very sour. More than 100 lemon essences roared, and fiercely bit towards Su Chen and the others. Extremely fast, incomparably brutal. Dwang, 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 dwang. Sister Bauer is holding a shovel, and she is extremely fast, like a ghost. He picked up the shovel and kept hitting the lemon essence on the head. When the shovel hit, the lemon spirit flew upside down, hit the rocks, and rolled to the ground. So hard. Sister Bauer frowned. She originally thought that Lemon Essence's head would definitely explode when the shovel hit it, but she didn't expect Lemon Essence's head to be so hard. With a shovel down, it can't be headshot. Since a shovel doesn't kill your head. Then 2 shovels. 2 shovels are not enough, 3 shovels. Sister Bauer's eyes turned hard. She rushed over quickly, and gave the Lemon Essence just now a shovel to make up the knife. Shovel X1, Shovel X2, Shovel X3, Shovel X4, Shovel X5. It took a full 5 blows before the Lemon Essence's head was smashed. Kakashi, Su Chen, Yao Yao. They gasped when they saw Sister Bauer making up the knife. Hiss. This is too cruel. As expected of you. In society, my Sister Bauer, people don't talk too much. These lemon essences are so hard. Be careful. After Sister Bauer knocked the head off a lemon essence, she turned her head to remind Kakashi and Su Chen. Su Chen, Kakashi. Even without Sister Bauer's reminder, they can still see it. They looked at the bloody lemon essence on the ground, and felt sorry for the lemon essence for 0.1 second in their hearts. Meeting such a cruel person as Sister Bauer, these lemon essences are also in bad luck. However, just at this time, boom, boom, boom. Suddenly, stone pillars popped out one after another on the ground. The stone pillar is huge, with a diameter of 10 meters. They sprang out from the ground, extremely fast. What? How did I fly? It's so high, so high. Woo! Yao Yao is afraid. Yao Yao is on one of the stone pillars. Her whole body keeps rising with the stone pillar, keeps rising. It rose to a full 20 meters. After Yao Yao realized it, she was stunned for a while. Woohoo! How all of a sudden, I will be in such a high place. Yao Yao, I'm afraid of heights. She lowered her head and looked down the passage. In Yao Yao's eyes, Su Chen, Kakashi, and Sister Bauer under the passage look like miniature people who have shrunk. The reason for all this is because the height is too high. Roar, my trick is still useful. The giant monster sneered, looking straight at Yao Yao on the stone pillar. The stone pillars that sprang out from the ground just now are his masterpieces. That's right, giant monsters can not only summon lemon essence, but also stone pillars. You are too skinny. It's not even enough to plug my teeth. It's a pity, it's a pity. The giant monster stared at Yao Yao with terrifying eyes. When he spoke, he spit out a fishy wind. The stench was incomparable and extremely disgusting. Oh, it stinks. Yao Yao smelled this extremely stinky smell. She knelt on the ground, her stomach rolled, and she spit out colorful rainbows. Ah, it stinks. It really stinks. How many years has this ugly monster not brushed his teeth? Yao Yao stinks to death. Cack. At this moment, Yao Yao is in the midst of a huge stench. Life is worse than death for a while. Originally, she had a little cleanliness, but now she smelled the stench. Yao Yao wanted to cry without tears in her heart. Almost didn't get smoked to death. It's so high, I can't get down at all, even if I become a spirit deer. How to do? I can only ask for help. Sister Bauer, save me. Brother Kakashi, save me. Brother Su Chen, save me. Yao Yao yelled for help at the bottom of the stone pillar. Woohoo, I am too miserable. Why do you always take me hostage? It was the same with the female corpse in white before, and now this giant is too. This means I'm being bullied just looking at Yao Yao, isn't it? Okay, Yao Yao, I am really weak. Crying and chirping. Barley. Yao Yao thought about it, and suddenly became a little autistic. Studio. Wow, shit, my wife Yao Yao is in danger. Su Chen, go and save my wife Yao Yao. I feel sorry for my wife for 2 seconds. You can't just die like this. You promised to give birth to monkeys after you came out with me. Yao Yao, my wife was arrested again. This is too miserable. Yao Yao, I can't lose you. It's bad, it's bad. My wife is going to be cold. Call Su Chen quickly. I personally think wow, you should play tricks in moderation. It is meaningless to call your wife like this every day. If Yao Yao is your sister or younger sister, what would you think in your heart? Let alone this is my wife. Why do you have the nerve to act like this? Please give me face. Ha 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 ha, you who went to the first floor want to laugh at me to death. Then you can inherit the 5 cents in my money. Look, Yao Yao is using the great summoning technique again. Summon Kakashi, Sister Bauer, and Su Chen. There's one thing to say. It's people and ghosts called Shu, only Yao Yao is asking for help. This giant monster makes me sick. I saw my wife vomit so many times. I feel sorry for her. I don't dare to eat now. There are too many parasites on the giant monster's body. And the tens of centimeters long writhing worms in its eye sockets, I immediately vomited. Barrage body protection. Barrage body protection. The Yao Yao group loves the stone hammer. Yao Yao said. Although I have no combat power, I have teammates. The monster giant laughed wildly, and the stench was overwhelming. This human being is ridiculous. Do you think calling for help will help? No matter how small a mosquito is, it's still meat. I'll eat you now. The monster giant twisted his laugh, and grabbed Yao Yao with his huge palm. This catch directly caught loneliness. Because the moment Yao Yao was caught, Yao Yao directly became a spirit deer. A deer with a crystal clear body and a pair of antlers. The palm of the monster giant went straight through the spirit deer. Can't catch it. Can't catch it. What happened? The face of the giant monster changed for the first time. Not right. I clearly caught her just now. How can I not catch it? Impossible. Totally impossible. For a while, the monster was a little out of breath. This delicious human being is close at hand, but the feeling that he can't eat it makes him very angry. Aggrieved, very aggrieved. The giant monster waved its hands several times in a row, but it couldn't catch Yao Yao, who had turned into a spirit deer. Give up, big monster. You can't catch me. I turned into a spirit deer, ignoring any physical and magical attacks. Yao Yao lay on the ground, and spoke a little proudly. Luckily, Yao Yao, I can transform into a spirit deer. Otherwise, it was really cool just now. Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis. Ha ha. If you become a spirit deer, there will always be time. I don't believe you can become a spirit deer forever. 2 minutes at most. The giant monster sneered sneeringly, staring at Yao Yao with two huge eyes, and opened his mouth with a sinister grin. Humph. I'm not as weak as you think. What do you mean it's only 2 minutes at most? I can hold on for 5 minutes. You underestimate me, Yao Yao. Yao Yao spoke angrily. Transformed into a spirit deer, she bounced her forehooves a few times, but as soon as she opened her mouth, Yao Yao immediately regretted it. It's time to reveal that you can transform into a spirit deer. Crying. This giant monster is too bad, it actually used the aggressive method on me. The key is that I was fooled. Cack. Ha 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 ha. It turns out that you can only maintain the spirit deer state for 5 minutes at most. After 5 minutes, you will be the first human being I eat today. The giant monster smiled triumphantly, twisted his neck, his body trembled a few times, and the worms in his eye sockets fell out one by one. Hear this conversation. Kakashi covered his face. Su Chen covered her face. Miss Bauer covered her face. They never expected that Yao Yao would be tricked out so quickly. How could Yao Yao be fooled by such a simple method of provoking generals? Yao Yao is too naive, too simple. Very sour, very sour. Very sour, very sour. The eyes of the lemon spirits were fierce, and they rushed towards Su Chen and the others with their teeth and claws open. These lemon essences are extremely fast and have amazing reflexes. Coupled with the advantage of quantity, they delayed Su Chen and others for a while. Boom, 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 boom. Su Chen held 2 guns. As if possessed by a gun god, he shot one shot after another at the rushing lemon essence. Gunshot, headshot. No false example. One after another, the lemon spirits were decapitated, their heads burst open and blood splattered everywhere. In the past, killing blood corpses and sand sculptures only required 1 shot. But now, it takes at least 3 shots to make these lemon extracts. And every shot needs a headshot to kill these lemon essences. These lemon essences have amazing physical defenses, and they won't be able to deal with them for a while. Not only that, just after 1 lemon essence was dealt with, 2 more lemon essences popped up from the ground, and the more they hit, the more they hit. It can't be destroyed at all. Can't finish killing at all. Dwang, 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 dwang. Sister Bauer picked up the shovel and hit Lemon Jing on the head with great speed. 1 hit of the shovel, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits. Lemon Essence's head exploded and fell to the ground. So annoying. Why can't I finish all these lemon extracts? I still want to save my daughter Yao Yao. The time for Yao Yao to become a spirit deer is only 5 minutes, and now 1 minute has passed. Go to hell. All those lemon essences blocking my way, go to hell. Rachel X1. Rachel X2. Fire Escape X1. Fire Escape X2. Kakashi is also fighting. He is constantly using ninjutsu among the lemon spirits. He was testing what attributes these lemon spirits would be afraid of just now, so he used ninjutsu with thunder and fire attributes. It was found that attribute restraint had little effect on these lemon extracts. Doesn't work very well. Not afraid of lightning or fire. Xiao Shishi. Wow, Xiao Shishi. Did you notice anything wrong? These lemon extracts can't be finished at all. If we continue like this, we will be cold. Little Shishi, although we cannot be born in the same year, the same month and the same day, but we can die in the same year, the same month and the same day, it is also a very good destination. Actually, from the first time I saw you, I just, 1,000 words omitted above. Su Chen hit the lemon monster with a pistol, and kept flirting with Kakashi. Sentence after sentence, the eloquence was endless and coquettish. Deadpool's performance value +2. Deadpool's performance value +2. Deadpool's performance value +2. Deadpool's performance value +2. Kakashi. Degree. Is this Su Chen going to end? It's such a critical moment. Su Chen is still chatting here. Are you still talking nonsense here? You know, now Yao Yao will soon be released from the state of Linglu. Less than 2 minutes left. Once Yao Yao becomes human, what awaits Yao Yao will be death. Food that will turn into giant monsters. Sister Bauer and him are anxious at the moment, worried that Yao Yao will soon be reduced to food for giant monsters. However, Su Chen is still acting like a fool. Angry. The other side. The giant monster smiled ferociously, staring at Yao Yao with huge eyes, and there were worms squirming one after another in the eye sockets, extremely disgusting. In his opinion, Yao Yao on the stone pillar is already a sure thing. Once Yao Yao is released from the spirit deer state, she will be the first to eat. When I was alive, I was a human being. I liked to eat meat, human flesh. When I was a child, a girl my age fell down in the park and her knee was bleeding. I helped her up. It was the first time I touched blood and tasted blood. What a wonderful taste it was. The taste of blood, the taste of meat. Do you know what I did to that little girl in the end? I tricked her into the cabin, hacked her to death with a knife, and then peeled off her flesh. I ate her flesh and drank her blood. I still remember the little girl's cry for help. The taste of eating human flesh for the first time is really wonderful and indescribable. As I grew up, I ate the meat of many people of different stages. Children, adults, and the elderly. Gradually, I found that only girls like you with tender skin and tender meat are the most delicious. I still remember once I chopped off my girlfriend's hand, and she asked me with a horrified face, why did she look like this? Why, I just like to eat it. Because human flesh is delicious. In the end, I was wanted by human society. In the end, I had no escape, so I fled into the secret realm, and finally starved to death in the secret realm. But fortunately, under the nourishment of this gem of life, I managed to come back to life. Not only did I become a giant, but I also got special abilities. The giant monster narrated the memories of his life, with a perverted smile on his distorted face, as if reminiscing about the human flesh he had eaten in the past. What? You are a pervert. Even the kids eat it. You scum. Yao Yao was furious, extremely angry. Ah, Yao Yao, I'm so angry. This giant monster was actually an ogre maniac, not only eating people, but also eating children, anyone. Yao Yao was scared at first, and then angry. Yao Yao is mad at me. Abnormal. Big metamorphosis. Studio. I vomited right away. This giant monster was actually a cannibal. And from his tone, it seems that he is very proud of cannibalism. It didn't kill me immediately. This kind of scum is still alive in the secret realm. The poor little girl who was eaten by him has other people. When the little girl died, she was probably very desperate, right? I didn't expect that the little boy who helped him turned into a demon and hacked her to death. I know the identity of this giant monster. His name is Zhou Zhanbin. Ogre Zhou Zhanbin. When the news of the cannibal case was announced, the whole country was shocked, and it caused a huge commotion in society. Joe Jonbin. No wonder it sounds so familiar. I had a classmate who was forcibly taken away by Joe Jonbin when class was over. In the end, that classmate of mine also got into the stomach of this cannibal. This Joe Jonbin must die. Hurry up and die. At that time, the police said that Joe Jonbintow fled into the secret realm, and his whereabouts are still unknown. We thought he was dead, but we didn't expect him to be alive. And he has become such a disgusting giant monster. Joe Jonbin must die. The ogre must die. Su Chen charge, Kakashi charge, Bauer sister charge. Hurry up and hack this ogre to death. I feel angry when I look at it. Knowing the origin of the true identity of the giant monster, the audience was filled with righteous indignation. They never thought that this giant monster was actually the culprit of the cannibalism case a few years ago. According to the police announcement, during these years, Joe Jonbin killed 93 people in total. 26 elementary school students, 14 middle school students, 38 adults, 12 seniors, 3 pregnant women. Without exception, these people all became the so-called delicious food in Joe Jonbin's mouth. Bloody criminal history. Inhuman cruel pervert. Therefore, the audience learned that Zhou Jianming's ogre was still alive. How could they not be angry? How could they not be angry? 30 seconds left. You're about to be my 94th food. You should be honored to be my food, you should be honored. People are mortal, and you are lucky to be able to give meaning to my existence. There was a perverted and disgusting smile on the distorted face of the giant monster. He is looking forward to Yao Yao's transformation from Linglu back to human. Once Yao Yao turns back into a human, he can taste delicious food again. You pervert. Brother Su Chen and the others will definitely get rid of you. No, you are a psychopath. Why do you think it is our honor for us humans to eat you? There's something wrong with my brain. Yao Yao glared at the giant monster with deer eyes, and spoke angrily. Hateful. This ogre is really hideous. Why would he feel no guilt about cannibalism? Nausea. Too disgusting. Carrot. Brother Su Chen and the others. Do you think they can save you? They are still fighting under the siege of lemon essence. They will eat you first, and they will also become my food. There are still 8 seconds before you become a human. The giant monster grinned grimly and opened its mouth cruelly. Almost. Soon. The person in front of him is about to become his food. The other side. Not good. 8 seconds left. How to do? Sister Bauer was anxious. She swung a shovel, and kept dealing with the swarming lemon essence. But these lemon extracts can't be beaten. As long as a few are beaten, a few more will appear, it's endless. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. The huge festering mouth of the giant monster keeps counting down the time until Yao Yao turns into a human, counting down the time until she can eat people. Time passed by every second. Finally, the last second was reached. The time has come for Yao Yao to become a spirit deer. A green light flashes, and she transforms from a spirit deer into a human. Woo! It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. I'm going to die. Yao Yao had a mournful face. Cry. Yao Yao, I'm going to be eaten. Eaten. Yao Yao still doesn't want to die. She doesn't want to die so soon. I haven't eaten all the delicacies in the world yet. How can you die so quickly? Cack. Be my food. The giant monster laughed wildly. He stretched out his huge right arm and grabbed Yao Yao very fast. When the audience in the live broadcast room saw this scene, their hearts suddenly tightened, and they didn't dare to take a breath. No, no, is it true that Yao Yao is going to disappear? No way, could Yao Yao really have this result? Su Chen's eyes flashed brightly, and when he mobilized all his strength, he planned to jump up and save Yao Yao. Kakashi moved before him. Thunder Dungeon. Thunder Tiger kills. Kakashi made a quick tactic, another form of Thunder Dun, Thunder Tiger. The 2 grenades flashed brightly, and both hands suddenly pushed forward. The Thunder Tiger was formed, and a huge Thunder Tiger made of lightning appeared. As soon as Lehu appeared, he roared suddenly, and rushed towards the giant monster's right arm, grabbing towards Yao Yao's right arm. Extremely fast. The attack power is extremely strong. Hey, hey, hey. Thunder Tiger hit the monster's right arm, tearing off the giant monster's arm, and black blood splashed everywhere. Boom! The huge right arm fell to the ground with a bang, and when it made a loud noise, it splashed dust. Roar. With the broken right arm, the giant monster screamed and took 2 steps back with an angry expression. He never thought that there would be humans using ultra-long-range attacks. And the power of the attack is still so great. Little Shishi, you are too powerful. I adore you so much. Little Shishi is the most handsome. Little Shishi is the most invincible. Seeing Kakashi's sharp attack, Su-chen laughed. He kept making calls from the sidelines. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Ding dong. Deadpool's acting speed increased by 1%. Congratulations to the host for gaining 50 basic attributes. Congratulations to the host for upgrading the skill, Intermediate Self-Healing Ability. Intermediate Self-Healing Ability. The host's self-healing ability is improved, and the speed of self-healing wounds is accelerated. Rewards are being distributed. 10%, 30%, 100%. Rewards issued successfully. Systematic voices sounded in Su-chen's ears one after another. Su-chen blinked. Good guy. Upgraded. Finally upgraded. His healing ability has finally been upgraded from primary healing ability to medium extreme healing ability. Woo. Su-chen, hurry up and save Yao Yao from the stone pillar. I don't need to use this move, Thunder Tiger Killing, a few times, and every time I use it, it consumes a lot of chakra. Kakashi took a deep breath, his face pale. Obviously, using Thunder Tiger Kill consumes a lot of money for him. Under normal circumstances, using Thunder Tiger Killer does not consume much chakra. But this time is different. In order to tear off the giant monster's hand, the Thunder Tiger Killer he used was huge, and the chakra needed was equally astonishing. Okay, little Shishi, leave the rest to me. Go and rest, I love you. After Su-chen threw down these few words, his legs suddenly stared, and his whole body was like a rocket, directly ascending to the sky. Su-chen bent her legs slightly, stepped on her right foot with her left foot, and directly spiraled up to the sky. His whole body flew up towards the sky, turning 360 degrees at high speed, like a spinning top. Extremely fast. The wind is extremely coquettish. Play value from Deadpool +3. 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 Studio. Ha 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 ha. Su-chen is too beautiful, isn't this the legendary spiral ascending to heaven? A lot of them. Why are you so good when you are also a 9-year volunteer? You can do this kind of difficult movements. You are indeed a master of movements. Please accept my knee. Your beauty, who can match it? It's so cool. It's the first time I've seen Spiral Ascension. Now after watching it, I can only say one word, cow. It's like a little cow hitting a high voltage line, awesome with lightning. Whoa, 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 the heifer rings the doorbell, Cow B is home. Heifer sauna. Steam Cow B, real Cow B. The little cow carries a parachute, the Cow B is flying all over the sky. The heifer rides the train, awesome bang bang. The heifer is on a business trip, wherever he goes, Cow B goes, wherever he goes, Cow B goes. Heifers meeting. Get together, giant newbie. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Why are you netizens so educated? You still play allegory. It's not like me, a waste who can only lie. Fuck, fuck, hhhh. Laughed at me. I have to say that the barrage has produced talents since ancient times. When the audience saw Su-chen spiraling up to the sky directly, they were all stunned. Originally, the audience thought that the spiral ascending to heaven was just a guess, but they didn't expect it to happen. Is it really a spiral ascension? Su-chen is still harassing as always, even more coquettish than wearing Pinru's clothes. Sao ah sao, not only a batch of coquettish, but also a handsome batch. They said one by one. Heifer to the South Pole, awesome to the extreme. Kakashi. His eyes widened a little, his face full of disbelief. Delta. I knock. Can Su-chen still fly like this? Step on the right foot with the left foot, and directly ascend to the sky in place. It's okay to be so coquettish, and the speed is very fast, a few points faster than he exhausted all his strength. Kakashi also had to admire Su-chen's operation. Okay. Can you still look like this? Sister Bauer knocked a Lemon Essence's head off with her backhand, and she also had some surprise in her eyes. Su Chen's action is so cool, I have to learn it when the time comes. She blinked, secretly making up her mind. Wow. Brother Su Chen, you are too handsome. Come and save Yao Yao. Yao Yao Kazilan's big eyes are full of admiration. Wow. Brother Su Chen is too tired. The action is so fierce. And can shoot so high. Really tired. Degree. Because of the stone pillar suddenly summoned by the giant monster, Yao Yao was trapped on the 20-meter high stone pillar. Even if you become a spirit deer, you won't be able to get down at all. Although she has become a spirit deer, she is not subject to any physical damage or magic damage, but Yao Yao is afraid of heights. Jumping from such a high place, Yao Yao can't do it at all. For Su Chen and others, 20 meters is not very high, but for Yao Yao, who has a fear of heights, there is no difference between a height of 20 meters and a height of 100 meters. Therefore, even if Yao Yao became a spirit deer just now, she didn't dare to jump off at all, because she was afraid of heights. So at this moment, waiting for the rescue of Su Chen and others. Roar, court death, do you think you can save her? You all have to die. You all have to become my food. The giant monster roared angrily. He made a fist with his left hand, and suddenly punched Su Chen, who was in the air. The fist was huge, 5 times the size of Su Chen. Not only is it huge in size, but it is also extremely fast. With the sound of breaking wind, it quickly smashed towards Su Chen. If Su Chen was hit by such a powerful punch, his body would either be smashed to pieces, or he would be smashed to the ground and turned into a ball of human flesh. Die, human. It is your honor to be my ration. How dare you fly in the air? It's just looking for death. You know, flying in the air is equivalent to a living target. No matter how flexible you are, you can't change the direction. After all, humans are not birds, and they can change directions while flying in the air. The gigantic face of the giant monster was full of pride, and his punch was extremely fast and full of destructive power. He didn't believe that Su Chen could escape. But the next moment, the face of the giant monster changed, and something incredible happened. Oh. When the huge fist was about to hit Su Chen chuckled. He took out a 20cm pistol, and fired more than a dozen rounds in a row. Due to the huge recoil of the pistol, Su Chen's flying body changed its trajectory. As soon as he changed the direction of flying in the air, he dodged the fist of the giant monster. Dodge. Perfect dodge. Su Chen's body and the giant monster's fist brushed past each other. The timing of his operation was just right. The action is very detailed. If he had made any small mistake just now, Su Chen would have been thrown to the ground by now, turning into a puddle of human flesh. 360-degree somersaults. Spin in the air for 2.5 weeks. Su Chen landed perfectly, just right on the 20-meter high stone pillar. Thank you for watching my show. Su Chen chuckled. He bowed and waved his hands on the 20-meter high stone pillar, as if performing this time on the spot. I, Su Chen, the Prince of Gymnastics. Play value from Deadpool +3. 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 Hearing Su Chen's words. Kakashi, Sister Bauer, this Nima is really wonderful. We asked you to save people, but you regard saving people as a show. This is really no one. As expected of you, Su Chen is simply coquettish and coquettish. They really wanted to refute Su Chen, but they couldn't find any reason to refute. Although Su Chen looked foolish, he was powerful. The process is hilarious, but the result is awesome. The process is full of bells and whistles, but the result is unpretentious. Kakashi and Miss Boa looked at each other, not knowing what to say for a while. What else can I say? They could only hand over the giant monster to Su Chen, and they continued to deal with the oncoming lemon essence. Team fighting, division of labor and cooperation. They still get it. Roar, 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 roar. When more than 100 lemon essences saw Miss Boa and Kakashi standing still, they roared and immediately seized the opportunity to bite forward. Dwang, 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 dwang. Sister Bauer held a shovel and was extremely fast. She picked up the shovel and kept hitting the lemon essence on the head, making a dwang, dwang sound. After all the adventures, Sister Bauer knocked the heads of so many monsters, and now she has become more and more proficient at knocking heads. The current Sister Bauer is no longer the original Sister Bauer. She is not only good at digging holes, but also good at knocking heads. At this moment, Sister Bauer knocked on the monster's head very seriously. One tap is accurate, the more you tap, the more addictive. Dwang, the sound of dwang keeps ringing, the more you knock, the more rhythmic it becomes. Sister Bauer knocked harder and harder. She seemed to open the door to a new world. It's so cool to knock. Sister Bauer's eyes widened a little, and she smiled. Laugh, 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 laugh. Kakashi was also fighting, and he kept cutting off the lemon essence's head with kunai. While fighting monsters, he watched Su Chen's situation on the other side. If Su Chen is in danger, he will support Su Chen at any time. It's a small matter for Su Chen to talk to death, but it's a big thing if he can't read the second volume of Jin Mei. So for the second volume of Golden Plum, Kakashi must ensure Su Chen's personal safety no matter what. Of course, this is Kakashi Tsunere's idea. No one knows whether he is for Su Chen or for the second volume of Golden Plum, or both. The other side. Wow, brother Su Chen, you are amazing. A shot can shoot more than 20 meters. This is too awesome. Yao 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 admires you so much. Yao Yao blinked Kazilan's big eyes, looked at Su Chen adoringly, and spoke cutely. Unknown currency Omega unknown currency. There's a reason why she says shoot instead of jump. Because Su Chen came to the 20-meter high stone pillar just now, as if it was shot up by a rocket. It's not like jumping at all. That's why Yao Yao said that Su Chen shot instead of jumping. Studio. Yao Yao actually said to shoot 20 meters. They seriously suspected that Yao Yao was driving, but they couldn't find any evidence of driving. Sigh. The audience gasped. Each and everyone lamented that Yao Yao's words were so terrifying. Of course it's great. Don't you see who I am? The little prince of action. What action I can't do? Su Chen chuckled, indicating that the basics are in a hurry. 6. A little prince. Can you do anything? Yao Yao tilted her head cutely, and opened her mouth curiously. It really shouldn't be too cute. Cute. Very cute. Su Chen. He clutched his chest, almost unable to bear the cuteness. If he hadn't met Yao Yao, Su Chen would never have believed that there would be such a cute girl, pure and lustful. Yao Yao's words are imaginably pure and extremely fast. Who can refuse this kind of pure, lustful and cute girl? Not at all. No, 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 my heart belongs to Kakashi, how can I cheat mentally? Play value from Deadpool +3. 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 Su Chen shook his head quickly, and threw out the messy thoughts in his mind. Hey, Yao Yao, let's go. Hold me, I'll take you down first. Su Chen smiled and said. He will fight the giant monster later. If the stone pillar collapses later, Yao Yao will be in danger. So it's still safe below, although there is a threat of lemon essence below, but the strength of Kakashi and Sister Bauer is not covered. The two of them are more than enough to protect Yao Yao. Good. Yao Yao hugs you tight now. Yao Yao smiled sweetly. She ran up to Su Chen and hugged Su Chen. Octopus hugs. 2 lotus root arms hugged Su Chen's neck. 2 slender white legs wrapped around Su Chen's waist. A pair of A's pressed tightly against Su Chen's chest. Su Chen. He also didn't expect that Yao Yao would actually do this action. How about octopus hugs? It is simply self-taught. But I have to say that holding it like this is indeed the safest. One thing to say, Yao Yao's delicate body fell into her arms. Warm, soft, light, fragrant. Comfort is really comfortable, although a pair of A, but soft enough. Cough cough. Su Chen coughed lightly, and his face turned red. Studio. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yao Yao, what kind of tiger wolf move is this? Ah, I'm sore, I'm sore. It feels like I'm going to become lemon essence. Everyone, come and stop me. I'm so sour too. The lemon fruit on the lemon tree, you and me under the lemon tree. Ah, Yao Yao's wife, hug me. Yao Yao's wife, hug me. I'll take you down the stone pillar. Su Chen's embrace isn't as warm as mine. My God, I'm so hungry. My wife, Yao Yao, please hug me like this in the future. I'm so willing to be hugged by you for the rest of my life. Abba Abba, drooling. Ha ha ha, don't say you boys are greedy, even a girl like me is greedy too. Wow, Kaka, Please Yao Yao's limited edition pillow. Nima, let's not talk about it. Now Yao Yao pillows are selling hot online, and the merchants have already made a lot of money. I didn't expect to be discovered by you. Before my Yao Yao wife went to explore the secret realm, she often hugged me to sleep like this. I have a showdown. I am Yao Yao's husband. Let's accept the reality. The one on the first floor, how many drinks have you had? Are you still living in a dream? Accept the reality. Yao Yao is not your wife. Yao Yao is my wife, EMMM. The audience boiled extremely one by one. One by one, they expressed their octopus hug to Yao Yao, without any intention of resisting. Let me ask, who can refuse the octopus hug of a pure, lustful and cute girl? Who can say no? Roar, court death. Do you think you can save people if you want to? Give me death. The giant monster not far away looked angry and roared. Since the arrival of Su Chen and others, he has missed again and again, failed again and again. This made the giant monster feel unwilling. Not reconciled, anger filled the giant monster's chest. He suddenly opened his hands and grabbed Su Chen and the others at an extremely fast speed. Seeing this, Su Chen smiled. He took the pendant. Yao Yao jumped back, avoided the attack of the giant monster, and swooped down 20 meters underground. 720-degree somersaults. Spin in midair for 2 weeks. Perfect landing. Su Chen gave himself a score of 9 for this wave of operations, and he was afraid that he would be proud if he scored 1 more point for a perfect score. No way. I, Su Chen, a humble man. Play value from Deadpool +3. 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 Yao Yao will be handed over to you. Su Chen looked up and put down Kakashi and Sister Bauer, who were not far away, and explained. Sister Bauer was bewildered, and nodded. I have to. Sichuan-style accent. Kakashi was playing monsters while looking at the little yellow book. No problem. Aha, Yao Yao, why don't you come down? Hey, you've reached the ground, you can come down. Su Chen looked down at Yao Yao, looked at Yao Yao who was still hugging him, and reminded him softly. Ah, so fast. I haven't hugged enough yet. Ba ba, pretend I haven't said that. Yao Yao blushed, and quickly pulled off the little hand that was holding Su Chen, and stood on the ground again. Hee. Brother Su Chen's figure is also very good. When she hugged Su Chen just now, she could feel the firm muscles of Su Chen's body. Hard and warm, which is too comfortable. Hee. At the same time, just at this time, boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. When the giant monster let out roars, it rushed over and stomped on Su Chen and the others. Careful. Sister Bauer directly hugged Yao Yao's slender waist, leading her to avoid the kick. Kakashi jumped back, dodging the kick. Oh. Su Chen sideways dodged the giant foot, leapt suddenly, and jumped in midair. He was like possessed by a gun god, aiming at the giant monster's eyes, shooting one after another, hitting the eye with every shot, without fail. One bullet after another hit the giant monster's eyes, the eyes exploded, and dark red blood splattered everywhere. Elegant marksmanship, good posture. He dodged the attack of giant monsters and followed up with combos, with natural movements and coherent movements. Every dodge, every counterattack, seems to be well designed, the movements are coherent and graceful. I, Su Chen, the interpreter of stunts. All of you human beings, die to me. The giant monster covered its injured eyes. In a panic, he took a few steps back and roared angrily. The speed of these humans was too fast and agile, and he couldn't find any chance to fight back. No way, every attack fails. This is too much of a failure. Come and beat me if you have the ability. Come and beat me. You just can't hit me, you just can't attack me. Just ask if you are angry. Just ask if you are willing. Hey, I'm just playing, just to make you unable to attack. Su Chen chuckled. He turned on the chatterbox mode, started nagging, and started endless ridicule. Sure enough, just as Su Chen thought, although this giant monster is very big, its movements are slow, and it is impossible to catch them. You are so big and your reaction speed is so slow, how can you attack us? Unless you become smaller, how can you fight us? Are you going to get smaller? Show me a change. Su Chen tilted his neck, and spoke cheaply. However, next moment, the giant monster actually got smaller, actually shrunk. As you wish. The giant monster grinned grinningly, and his incomparably huge body began to shrink gradually, shrinking gradually. In less than a few seconds, the giant monster was 20 meters high and compressed to 2 meters high. The life gem the size of a football is inlaid in the chest of the giant monster, connected by fleshy threads, emitting a faint green light. The shrunken giant monster exudes an extremely powerful aura. The momentum is even stronger than when he was a giant. Incomparably powerful. Amazing momentum. My Gao. The corners of Su Chen's eyes twitched, and he was speechless. Nima, labor and management just chattered a few words to make you say that you have become smaller, but it has really become smaller. Do you want to say something? It's absolutely amazing. Wow, brother Su Chen, is your mouth open? Yao Yao Kazilin blinked her big eyes, her face full of disbelief. Brother Su Chen is too powerful. If the giant monster gets smaller, the giant monster will really get smaller. Crow's mouth. Sister Bauer looked at the giant monster with vigilance in her eyes. She could strongly feel that the shrunken giant monster was extremely dangerous, more threatening than before, and full of oppression. I'm afraid it will be difficult. I don't know if Su Chen can beat it. Studio. Ha 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 ha. It's really the same as what Yao Yao said. Su Chen's mouth really seems to be open. It doesn't matter what you say. This luck is out of the question. This ogre can still stretch freely. It looks very powerful after shrinking. I can feel the oppression of this ogre through the screen. Needless to say, the giant monster must have become stronger. It has shrunk from 20 meters high to 2 meters high. The mass and density have been condensed to 10 times. Calculated according to the physical formula, the speed and strength of this F*CK have increased by at least 10 times. It's dangerous, and Su Chen really had an accident this time. I don't know what will happen after waiting. But I only know one thing. The man-eating ogre must die for me. And Yao Yao is my wife. Laughing to death, why do you miss my wife Yao Yao all the time? Make a price, how much are you willing to give up my wife? Is 1,000 million enough? Nima, who do you look down on? Just want to buy my wife for 1,000 million. Then 100 million. Well, Yao Yao will be your wife in the future. There is no way, he really gave too much. Tears. Ha 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 ha, why don't you play the sketch? Within the channel. The shrunken giant monster grinned and said, after shrinking, my strength and speed will increase by 10 times. In this state, I will consume the energy of the life gem in my chest. I didn't want to use this state at first. But there is no way. If you are looking for death, I can only help you. The giant monster twisted its neck, and the gem of life in its chest glowed green. The right arm that was originally torn by Kakashi actually grew back. The eyes that were originally destroyed by Su Chen's shot actually grew back. Kakashi. Healing power. Something is wrong with this gem. Trouble, the healing speed is so fast, there will be a fierce battle later. Want to see my strength and speed? Let you see it now. The giant monster laughed wildly. He was extremely fast, disappeared with a swish, appeared in front of a lemon essence, and punched out. Boom, lemon essence screamed, and his body exploded directly, turning into a blood mist. Other lemon extracts. Chapter 71. Uncharted Adventure. Unlock the Deadpool template at the beginning. I saw one of the lemon spirits was blown up by a giant monster. The other lemon spirits stopped their movements one by one and stood where they were. They stopped and looked at each other with fear in their eyes, no longer attacking Kakashi and Sister Boa. The reason why giant monsters can command them is by force. Anyone who does not listen to the giant monster will kill them all. So at this moment, when Lemon Essence looked at the giant monster, all of them showed fear on their faces. Su Chen, what is this monster? In order to show your strength, directly bash your teammates. Talent is worthy of great wisdom. Sister Bauer. Kakashi. Yao Yao. Seeing this wave of strange operations by giant monsters, they were also a little confused. Originally, they thought that the giant monster was going to attack them, but they didn't expect to attack the lemon essence. This is really no one. A few of you, decide which one will die first. Which will be my food first? I'll give you a chance to choose. The giant monster sneered, with ferocious muscles and arrogance. His body exudes a powerful aura, as if walking from hell. Extremely arrogant. Amazing momentum. He looked at Su Chen and the others as if he was looking at ants. He was superior and full of superiority. Strength comes from self-confidence. At this moment, the giant monster is extremely confident in its own strength. After his huge body shrunk, he had never encountered an opponent to match him. In his opinion, Su Chen and others are just fish and meat for him to slaughter. Sister Bauer, Yao Yao is afraid. This monster is so ugly, it's still so ugly after shrinking. Woo, Yao Yao hid behind Sister Bauer, and spoke weakly. This giant monster is too ugly. It is so ugly when it is a giant, but it is still so ugly after shrinking. Not only that, the smell is still so heavy, it's too smelly. Crying, why is none of the creatures in the secret realm normal? Before it was a sand sculpture, then it was a monster, a lemon essence, and now it is this giant monster again. Cack, hearing what Yao Yao said, Sister Bauer was at a loss for words for a while. What Yao Yao pays attention to is not the focus at all, okay. The giant monster is not a question of being ugly or not, but a question of whether it is strong or not, okay. Which one of you will go first? The giant monster smiled ferociously, and glanced at Su Chen and the others with disdainful eyes. He made a fist with his right hand, swung it backwards, and hit a lemon essence. It's so sour. Lemon essence screamed, his body exploded, and suddenly turned into blood mist. Lemon essence soul, cry. If you want to hit them, what are you doing with our group of lemons? Who goes first? Hearing what the giant monster said, Su Chen tilted his head with a strange look on his face. I'm afraid there is something wrong with this giant ugly monster's brain, right? There are 3 of them, and the giant ugly is alone. And who goes first? Nima, where did this guy get his confidence? Think they'll go one by one. The right to choose is simply not in your hands, okay. Kakashi and Sister Bauer looked at each other, also feeling a little speechless in their hearts. They thought the giant clown had some brains before, but now it looks like it has no brains at all. Why do we go up one by one? Let's kill you together, can't you? Little Shishi Rush, Sister Bauer, go, let's do it together. Kill this ogre. Yao Yao and I will call you from behind. Be brave, don't be afraid of difficulties. Go, go, go. Su Chen chuckled. He was waving his dual knives, ready to act as a cheerleader, cheering on Boa and Kakashi. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Studio. Ha 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 ha. Su Chen started to play tricks again. Call behind to cheer for Kakashi and Sister Bauer, but not to fight. 6666. Did Su Chen choose to lie flat? Wow, you don't want to be a fighter, you have to be a cheerleader. One thing to say, Su Chen's cheerleader is pretty good. All go. I'm afraid this giant monster has lost his mind. There are 3 or 4 of them, and you only have 1. Why do you want them to go up one by one? Where does this confidence come from? Knock me. Kill this ogre quickly. You will be angry when you look at him. He has eaten so many people. This kind of monster can't die, it's unbearable. Brave and awesome, not afraid of difficulties. Sister Bauer, go ahead and bury that beast. I feel disgusted just looking at him. I envy my wife Yao Yao. It's another day of lying and winning, hee hee. The audience was extremely excited and kept sending barrage. They were all looking forward to it, looking forward to Sister Bauer and the others destroying the giant monster. Thinking of the bloody criminal history of the giant monster, they were all filled with righteous indignation. This giant monster, Zhou Jianbin, killed a total of 93 people, real people. 26 elementary school students. 14 middle school students. 38 adults, 12 seniors, 3 pregnant women, people who can even eat pregnant women and children as food. This kind of existence is simply a beast, no, even worse than a beast. This kind of cruel pervert lives in the world without any reason at all. He deserves to be destroyed, and he deserves to go to the 18th floor of hell. On. Kakashi gave Sister Bauer a serious look. He knew in his heart that there would be a fierce battle later. This giant monster is probably the most powerful monster since exploring the secret realm. Strength and speed are agile, completely incomparable with the previous strange creatures, powerful. The strength and speed displayed by the giant monster just now were completely beyond his imagination. Sister Bauer nodded, understanding Kakashi's meaning, and nodded seriously. Shish, shish. The two of them were extremely fast, disappeared with a swish, appeared in front of the giant monster, and suddenly launched an attack. Sister Bauer smashed it with a shovel. Kakashi backhanded Reikiri. Extremely fast. The attack power is extremely strong. Good come. The giant monster grinned grinningly, and disappeared with a swish, dodging the attack. His speed was like teleportation, suddenly appeared behind Kakashi and Sister Bauer, and punched loudly. Oh, 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 oh. The giant monster was extremely fast, and in just a few seconds, it swung dozens of hundreds of punches. The fist made the sound of breaking the wind, with afterimages, and the speed of punching was fierce and fast. Extremely brutal. Sister Bauer flicked the shovel and waved the shovel to resist the attack of giant monsters. So fast. Great power. She never thought that after the giant monster shrank, its strength would actually increase so much. This gets a little tricky. Is it necessary to use the Away 18 style? Kakashi opened Sharingan, and was also resisting the giant monster's attack. His fists intersected and he made a loud noise. Sure enough, as he expected, the shrunken giant monster was extremely difficult to deal with. At this moment, Kakashi and Sister Bauer, the three of them kept fighting in the passage. How fierce is the fight? The other side. Come on, little Shishi. Sister Bauer, come on. You guys are the best. You are the strongest. Chong Chong, win the battle and give you roasted rabbits to eat. Rush, kill, don't be afraid, I will always be your strongest backing. Su Chen stood not far away, he shook his hands and twisted his waist. Keep cheering for Kakashi and Sister Boa. I have to say that Su Chen's cheerleaders are very professional. Not only the movements are in place, but the voice is loud enough to fully explain what it means to be a cheerleader. I, Su Chen, the cheerleader. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Deadpool roll value +2. Wow, brother Su Chen is too professional to be a cheerleader. It's actually better than me. No, I want to learn from brother Su Chen. Yao Yao blinked Kazilan's big eyes, learning from Su Chen. Also started to shake the hips and twist the waist. Her style of painting gradually began to become crooked. No, Yao Yao, your posture is not right. You need to twist your waist a little bit more. Like me, twist once to the left and once to the right. After 2 circles, twist back. This is perfect. It's also not right to shake hands, it lacks some sense of rhythm. The speed should be faster, and the swing should be larger. Su Chen rubbed her chin, and began to teach Yao Yao how to be an excellent cheerleader. After some training by him, Yao Yao suddenly realized, and finally understood Su Chen's secret. Aha, it turned out to be like this, Yao Yao, I understand. Look at my actions, right? Yao Yao nodded and spoke seriously. She did as Su Chen said. Twist 1 circle to the left, 1 circle to the right, and then twist back after 2 circles. The twist is very good, pure and lusty. Not only that, Yao Yao also followed Su Chen's request. Shaking the hand is very beautiful, not only fast, but also very rhythmic. Tisk tisk tisk. The needle doesn't poke. Su Chen looked at Yao Yao shaking her hips and shaking her hands, touched her chin, and smiled inwardly, her eyes showed admiration. Although Yao Yao has a pair of A's, her figure is not as protruding as Sister Bauer's, but shaking the hips and shaking the hands, it really has a taste. The thin waist can be twisted so much, which shows that the waist strength is very good. The hand swinging so fast and full of rhythm shows that the hand is small and flexible, and the speed is extremely fast. To sum it up in one sentence, that is, the waist is good and the hands are fast. With such a girl, which boy can last for 5 minutes? Hee. As expected of me, I trained very well. After this training, Yao Yao can become a teacher. I, Su Chen, the master of training. Brother Su Chen, how are you doing? Yao Yao, how did I behave just now? I didn't make any mistakes. After a demonstration, Yao Yao blinked Kazilan's big eyes and looked at Su Chen, with little stars in them. She seemed to be saying, Brother Su Chen, please praise me. Praise me, praise me. Yao Yao at this moment is like a little girl who has done a good deed and wants to beg for candy. She is extremely cute. Very good. Your actions of the cheerleaders just now have no problem at all. Yao Yao, you are the best. Nice. Su Chen looked at Yao Yao seriously, and praised her without hesitation. He gave a thumbs up to Yao Yao with his right hand. He. Quote, "Thank you brother Su Chen for the compliment, I will work hard to be an excellent cheerleader." Yao Yao smiled sweetly, waved her little pink fist, her heart was filled with joy, her little face smiled like a flower. So cute. Extremely cute. Studio. Ha 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 ha, thank you Su Chen for letting my Yao Yao wife learn new skills. Hip swinging and hand shaking. My mouth is watering, Ababa, don't be too tempting. Wow, fuck. Su Chen is so coquettish. She is so proficient in swinging her hips and shaking hands. It seems that you go to disco bars a lot. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so proficient. Hee, no wonder Su Chen is an old driver. It's gone. Under the influence of Su Chen, Yao Yao's style of painting has become more and more crooked. But I really like it, hee. Yao Yao shakes her hips and shakes her hands. Isn't this too pure and lustful? I immediately became convex. Ababa, lick the screen. As expected of my wife, I love her too much. I'm tempted to death, ah. Nima, butt swinging and hand shaking are classic cheerleading moves. This. It's just misleading Yao Yao, but I have to say, I really like watching Yao Yao's two moves, I'm smart, I've already saved the video of Yao Yao shaking her hips and shaking hands. You can use it when you need it, ahem. Those on the first floor, please take a step to speak. Why is the painting style so strange? Kakashi and Sister Bauer are fighting fiercely. You are shaking your hips and hands here. What kind of strange teammates are these? Wow, shit. Don't look at this side, the battle situation has changed. The situation has changed over there, Kakashi has amplified his move. The other side, Kakashi and Miss Boa, the two of them kept attacking the giant monster, and they cooperated very well, leaving scars one after another on the giant monster's body. Laugh. There is a touch of heroism in Sister Bauer's eyebrows. All of a sudden, she grabbed a defensive loophole in the giant monster, and slashed the monster 4 times with the shovel. The speed was extremely fast, and the attack was extremely fierce. For the first time, half of the brain of the giant monster was cut off. The second time, cut off the chicken of the giant monster. The third time, cut off the ears of the giant monster. The fourth blow cut off the giant monster's right arm. In just a few seconds, the bloody chicken, ear, right arm, and half of its head fell to the ground. Bloody. The giant monster suddenly turned into a blood man, covered in blood. His body was incomplete, and dark red blood flowed all over his body, like a blood man. Thunder Dungeon. Thunder Tiger kills. Kakashi seized the opportunity of the giant monster to stop, and quickly made up for the damage. He quickly pinched with both hands, his 2 grenades flashed brightly, and he suddenly pushed forward with both hands. In an instant, the Thunder Tiger formed, and a huge Thunder Tiger made of lightning appeared. As soon as Lehu appeared, he raised his head to the sky and roared, rushing towards the giant monster's remnant body. Extremely fast. The attack is fierce. Boom. The Thunder Tiger hit the giant monster, and the huge lightning energy suddenly impacted on the giant monster's remnant body. Great attack power. Great impact. Boom. The incomplete giant monster flew backwards like a ball, hitting a huge rock. The rock was torn apart, and dust was splashed. It's done. Sister Bauer stretched her waist and blinked her eyes when she showed her thrilling curves. Although she admits that this giant monster is very strong and can survive for 3 minutes under the cooperation of her and Kakashi, but that's it. It should be cold. Or have to die. Wait a minute, do you want to dig a hole to bury this monster? It's better not to dig, this giant monster is so hateful, and it ate so many people, it's better to be cremated. Well, let's cremate it. Miss Bauer, be careful. He's not dead yet. Kakashi frowned. His face changed slightly, and he reminded him loudly. Because he saw a figure rushing out from the huge dust, at an extremely fast speed. He went straight to Sister Bauer, and punched out. Oh, before Sister Bauer could react, she was punched in the stomach, and blood spilled from the corner of her mouth. She flew upside down and fell to the ground, drawing a gully more than 10 meters long on the ground. Studio. Something to my Sister Bauer's second wife. I don't know if there is any wow. Sister Bauer's wife. You must not die. This giant monster is too uncommon. It even engages in sneak attacks. Oh my god, how dare you hurt my wife? Giant monsters must die. Let lousy die. What the hell, how many wives do you guys have? Ahem, no more, just one. Sister Bauer, are you okay? Yao Yao saw this scene. Her complexion changed, and she trotted forward to help Sister Bauer. I am fine. With Yao Yao's support, Sister Bauer stood up with a pale face, wipe away the blood spilling from the corner of his mouth. Mom sells batches. Great, she thought just now that the giant monster was dead under the joint attack of her and Kakashi. Even if you don't die, you will be on the verge of death. That's why she took it lightly. But unexpectedly, the giant monster jumped out so quickly and punched her. If she hadn't taken it lightly, she would definitely not have been attacked by this punch. It's fine. Yao Yao scared me to death just now. HMPH, this giant monster ogre is really hateful. Don't talk about martial arts, but unexpectedly attacked you, Sister Bauer. Yao Yao put her hands on her hips, her small face was filled with righteous indignation, she defended Sister Bauer's injustice. This giant monster is so hateful, it dares to hit my Sister Bauer. Snort, I really want to beat him to death. But it seems that he can't beat it, so draw a circle and curse him. Thinking of this, Yao Yao took a small branch and kept drawing small circles on the ground, cursing the monster giant. It looks so cute. Sister Bauer tilted her head. What are you doing? She really didn't know what Yao Yao was doing drawing circles on the ground. Curse the giant monster. Sister Bauer, don't be afraid, I'm cursing him in circles. Yao Yao raised her head cutely, with a serious face. Sister Bauer couldn't laugh or cry for a moment, not knowing what to say. My daughter is too cute, I really want to pinch her face. She chuckled, and when she looked at Yao Yao, she showed maternal love in her eyes. Sister Bauer couldn't hold it back for a while, she couldn't help Yao Yao's cute cheek. She squeezed face into various shapes. Square, oval, triangle, round. It feels so good, delicate and smooth. Sister Bauer muttered in a low voice, she is indeed my daughter. Quote. Daughter. Yao Yao heard Sister Bauer's muttering, her small face was puzzled. Not far away. Kakashi frowned, staring at the figure not far away, giant monster. The dust and smoke gradually dissipated, and the face of the giant monster gradually appeared. At this moment, his physical injuries have all healed. The right arm that was cut off by Sister Bauer has grown back. The chicken that was cut off by Sister Bauer grew back. Half of the head cut off by Sister Bauer grew back. The ear that was cut off by Sister Bauer has grown back. Intact. No harm was done. Useless. With the gem of life, no matter what kind of damage you do to me, I can recover quickly. Give up struggling and become my food. Stop resisting. It's your honor to be my food. Why resist? The distorted face of the giant monster was extremely ferocious, and it laughed wildly, extremely proud. In his opinion, it's only a matter of time before Su Chen and his group become food. The self-healing ability brought by the Gem of Life. Su Chen had a strange expression on his face. He glanced at the Gem of Life in the chest of the giant monster, and then at his own two knives. It has been upgraded from titanium alloy double swords to carbon sodium steel double swords. The carbon sodium steel double knives are not only extremely hard. Moreover, carbon nanosteel has an additional property that makes mutants afraid. That is, it can inhibit the self-healing factor, that is, inhibit the self-healing ability. According to the words of Game of Thrones, this pair of swords is the effect of sanctions. Prevent blood sucking to a great extent. Greatly prevent the cure. Hey, Yao Yao, do you want me to help you kill that nasty guy? Su Chen walked to Yao Yao's side, and smiled. Brother Su Chen can really do it. This villain injured Sister Bauer. I've wanted to kill this giant monster for a long time. Yao Yao stopped drawing circles, looked up at Su Chen, her eyes were full of little stars. No problem. You're going to sing me 2 songs when it's done. Su Chen rolled his eyes and laughed out loud. All right. 2 songs are not enough, I'll sing you 5. Yao Yao smiled sweetly and stretched out 5 fingers, looking extremely cute. It's a deal. Let's pull the hook and hang ourselves. Su Chen chuckled and said that. But, next moment, The words that caught everyone off guard appeared. Yao Yao had weird eyes, and she said cutely with a confused face. Why is the hook still hanging? Su Chen, Sister Bauer. Kakashi, Uncharted Adventure. Unlock the Deadpool template at the beginning. Yao Yao's question immediately stunned Su Chen. That's right, why is the hook hanging? There is no need at all, right? For a moment, he didn't know how to answer Yao Yao. Could it be that this hanging does not mean that hanging? I can't explain it at all. Sister Bauer and Kakashi, the two of them looked at each other, and they both saw a daze in each other's eyes. Right, why should the pull hook be hung? What you said makes sense, they can't find any reason to refute it. It has to be said that Yao Yao is really brain-opening. Sometimes what she says is so shocking that she can't stop talking, and when she speaks, it is Wangza. They also don't know whether Yao Yao is too innocent and cute, or if she is extremely dirty. Or pure and lustful. I can't tell the difference at all. Sister Bauer blinked her eyes, smiled, and muttered in a low voice. As expected of my daughter, she is as witty as me. She looked at Yao Yao, as if she was looking at a promising daughter, and she looked at Changfeng. Studio. Ha 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 ha. I give Yao Yao full marks for this operation. Why did the pull hook hang herself? This is the answer of God. Hey, I seriously suspect that my wife is driving, but I just can't find any evidence. How can you stand up to my wife? Wow Kaka. The pull hook does not need to be hanged. The logic is very clear, as expected of my wife Yao Yao. She is still as smart as ever. AWSL. This pure and lustful look, I think the 8 packs of tissues I just bought are not enough, woo woo. Ahahaha, those who go to the first floor, why do you need so many tissues? Ahem, I understand everything. Yao Yao YYDS. Everyone, let's get out, only the strong can own Yao Yao. Oh, pull out the sniper. Is the sniper in the middle? Sorry, mine is a big sniper, 1.2 meters long, give up. Yao Yao is mine. In the live broadcast room, the audience laughed like crazy. They never thought that Yao Yao would utter such a sentence. This is too pure and too lustful. The audience in the live broadcast room expressed one by one that they couldn't stand it. What, Brother Su Chen, what is the reason? Why is the hook going to hang himself? Why is this? Yao Yao tilted her head, looked at Su Chen with a puzzled face. Her appearance was extremely cute. Su Chen rolled her eyes, and said seriously, maybe, it's because of love. He gave Yao Yao a pat to kill. Yao Yao asked again in doubt. Love, what is love? Sister Bauer, Kakashi, Su Chen. When they heard Yao Yao's words, they were all taken aback for a moment. What is love? Yao Yao's words have 2 meanings. The first meaning is, what is love? The second meaning is, what is doing? Love, thinking on the bright side is the first meaning of purity. In terms of driving, it is extremely dirty driving. This familiar feeling, this familiar speed. Asking Su Chen to cover his face directly, he didn't know what to say for a while. So Su Chen chose not to speak, and prepared to fight the monster boss. Studio. Ha 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 ha, it's coming again, my wife Yao Yao is starting again. God, what is it called? Love. Everyone carefully taste, carefully taste. Cough cough. Yao Yao wants to know what is love. I can tell you, come to my room. Wow. Isn't it love? Who doesn't know? Ahem. Everyone, please don't stop me. I want to explain to Yao Yao what love is. It doesn't matter which meaning I explain. The main purpose is to let Yao Yao know what love is. Hee hee. Dirty, dirty, what a fast car. This is not the car I want to go to kindergarten. Put me down. As soon as I entered the live broadcast, it was as deep as the sea. I have been a passerby since then, please return to the pure me. Not far away. The giant monster has black lines all over its head. Because he discovered one thing, that is, he was directly ignored by Su Chen. Su Chen was talking to his teammates and didn't even look at him. This feeling of being ignored made the giant monster extremely aggrieved. He could clearly feel that Su Chen didn't take him seriously at all, as if he was like an ant that could be crushed at any time. This feeling made the giant monster very angry. I don't know what to do. The first one to eat is you. There was a fierce light in the giant monster's eyes. He disappeared from the spot with a swish, appeared in front of Su Chen, and punched him straight away. Extremely fast. The power is huge. Brother Su Chen, be careful. Sneak attack by giant monsters, no more martial arts. Yao Yao Kazilan's eyes widened a little, and she immediately called out to remind her. Small problem. Su Chen chuckled. He was extremely fast. His right hand became a claw, and he directly grabbed the fist of the giant monster. Although he had been chattering just now, he has never let go of his vigilance against giant monsters. Su Chen, I'm so thin. How is this possible? There was a look of shock in the giant monster's eyes. Su Chen looked indifferent, but his right palm was like a vice, firmly grasping his fist. The power is huge. Feeling this force, the giant monster was very uneasy. He could clearly feel that this weird guy in a red coat had strength not weaker than him. It is even possible that it is stronger than his strength. Impossible. He is 10 times smaller in size, and his strength and speed have increased by 10 times. But now, Su Chen grabbed his fist lightly. All of a sudden, the giant monster felt as if it was facing a formidable enemy, and there was a huge sense of crisis in its heart. He directly regarded Su Chen as the #1 enemy. You attacked just now. It should be me now. Have you seen the fist the size of a sandbag? Su Chen giggled, turned his left hand into a fist, clenched it suddenly, and punched it out. This punch was extremely fast, with the sound of howling and breaking the wind. This punch was so powerful that it distorted the surrounding space slightly. This fist is extremely strong, as hard as steel. So fast. Seeing the sudden attack of this punch, the pupils of the giant monster shrank, terrified inside. This punch was too fast and too fast, he didn't even have time to dodge it. Even if he had time to dodge completely, Su Chen's right hand was holding his fist, and he couldn't break free to dodge at all. Can't react, can't escape. The moment the giant monster was thinking, Su Chen's sandbag-sized fist landed on the giant monster's head. Under the powerful force of the fist, the giant monster suddenly spewed out a mouthful of blood, his whole body was blown away with a punch, and he flew backwards quickly. Oh! His body, which flew backwards at an extremely fast speed, smashed into huge rocks one after another. Seeing Su Chen's punch, Kakashi was shocked in his heart. He could clearly feel that Su Chen had become stronger again. Or in other words, in the previous battle, Su Chen didn't use his full strength at all, just showing the tip of the iceberg. Where is the upper limit of this chatterbox's combat power? When Kakashi turned his head to look at Su Chen, there was a strong curiosity on his face. He admitted that Su Chen was really annoying, but Kakashi never underestimated Su Chen's strength. Sister Bauer blinked her eyes, and she was also very surprised by Su Chen's sharp punch in her heart. The speed and strength just now seemed a bit powerful. I don't know if I can beat Su Chen after I use Away's 18th style. She flicked the shovel. There was a look of anticipation in his eyes, looking forward to the duel with Su Chen. Wow, brother Su Chen, you are amazing. Yao Yao looked at Su Chen adoringly, her eyes were full of little stars. It seems that brother Su Chen didn't lie to me, he can really get rid of the giant monster. Hee, brother Su Chen's punch just now was too handsome. Simply handsome, don't want it. I admit that you are powerful. But so what, can you kill me? As long as I grind you to death slowly, you will become my food sooner or later. The giant monster slowly stood up from where it was, with a hideous expression on its face. The gem of life in his chest glowed green, and waves of self-healing energy began to repair the giant monster's remnant body. In less than a few breaths, the incompleteness of the giant monster has been repaired. The sunken cheek of the giant monster returned to its original state. All the previous damage disappeared, intact. Trouble. The gem in his chest is weird and can repair his body. Kakashi frowned and spoke slowly. He teamed up with Sister Bauer just now and beat the giant monster to the brink of death, but with the help of gems, the giant monster came back to life. Now the situation is exactly the same as before. Even though Su Chen had severely injured the giant monster with a punch just now, the giant monster's injury has recovered. Studio. Nima. This giant monster is too perverted. With the help of the life gem, it can't be killed at all. No matter how serious the injury is, it will be repaired in one go. I'm knocking, how do you fight this? This giant monster can automatically recover blood like it's turned on. No matter how you beat it like this, it won't kill you. Trouble. This ogre can't afford to fight. How angry. His head was smashed. Why isn't this dead? I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. The ogre must die. The ogre must die. Mada, who has killed so many people and eaten so many people, he must die. If he doesn't die, I won't be relieved. Come on, Su Chen. Hack the giant monster to death. The audience kept calling and cheering for Su Chen one by one. Know the true identity of the giant monster. They hated this monster extremely in their hearts. When I was a human being, I ate everything, even pregnant women. This crime is simply abominable and heinous. Europe. It seems that you are so confident because of the confidence given to you by the gem of life in your chest. Su Chen chuckled, and drew out the 2 carbon sodium steel double knives behind him. These 2 double knives can perfectly restrain the self-healing ability of giant monsters. At this moment, in Su Chen's eyes, the giant monster's arrogant words were either courting death or courting death. Hee, is it useful to take out the double knives? Even if you cut off my right hand, I can grow it back. Cut me if you have the ability. Cut me, you cut off my hand and I can grow it. I'll just stand here and chop it up for you. What can you do to me? The giant monster laughed wildly, full of momentum, extremely rampant and arrogant. Seeing the giant monster so rampant, Su Chen's expression was weird. He had never seen such a weird monster before. Since you killed yourself, don't blame me. It has to be said that this guy's brains are really limited. Su Chen chuckled. Holding a pair of carbon sodium steel knives, he suddenly rushed forward and chopped off the giant's right hand. Hey, one stroke of the long knife. The arm is broken. Ha ha ha, even if you cut off my arm, I can. The giant monster laughed wildly, but when he laughed and laughed, he couldn't laugh anymore. His face was terrified, as if he had seen a ghost. To his horror, he found that his right arm could not grow back. Even if the gem of life is activated no matter what, the right arm will never grow back. Can't grow out. It can't grow at all. More than that, there was also an extremely severe pain from the wound, which made him feel like dying for a while. Impossible. It's impossible. The giant monster was full of panic and disbelief. A strong sense of crisis emerged in his heart. He could no longer be calm at this moment, and his face was full of horror and fear. Nothing is impossible, although relying on the gem of life has a very powerful healing ability. But I'm sorry, my dual knives are just right enough to restrain your self-healing ability. Su Chen chuckled, swung the double knives twice, and spoke lightly. Good job. Kakashi nodded, gave Su Chen a thumbs up, and gave Su Chen a thumbs up. Su Chen had 2 strange double knives, so it was easy to deal with giant monsters. Wow, brother Su Chen, you are too reliable. Come on, kill the giant monster quickly, and kill Yao Yao to sing for you. Brave Su Chen, not afraid of giant monsters. Yao Yao waved her little hands, her little face excited. Hee, although Su Chen's elder brother usually looks like a fool, full of flirtatious talk, but when it comes to the critical time, it is very reliable. How come there are such weird double swords? Escape. I have to escape. If you don't escape, you will really die. The giant monster's face was extremely ugly, and its heart was extremely terrified. His heart was shrouded in a shadow of death. Every cell in his body was frantically telling him, run away. Must run. If he didn't escape, he would be killed by Su Chen. Today's luck is really bad. To be able to touch the double knives that can suppress the healing effect. After he made up his mind, his body exploded and he wanted to escape from here. But at this moment, a cold voice came from behind him. These voices sounded like Su Chen's voice coming from the 9 nether hell. Where do you want to run? You have killed so many people, eaten so many people. Do you think you can run away? Do you think I let you go? This knife. It was the punch you punched Sister Bauer just now. Su Chen sneered, and swung the knife, cutting off the giant monster's right leg. What? Dark red blood splashed, and the blood-stained thigh fell to the ground. The giant monster screamed miserably, and the whole person fell to the ground, extremely embarrassed. Let me go. Please let me go. If you are willing to let me go, I am willing to give you the gem of life. Do you know what this gem of life does? It can bring people back to life and has an extremely powerful healing effect. Spare me, please spare my life. The giant monster's face was full of panic. his arrogance just now disappeared, and now he was kneeling on the ground and begging for mercy, like a bereaved dog. Be smarter. After killing you, the gem of life is also mine. Su Chen spoke coldly, looking at the giant monster as if he was looking at a mental retardation. This giant monster has eaten so many people, how could he let this beast and scum go? The face of the giant monster changed drastically, and it wanted to run away again. But how could Su Chen give him this chance? I cut this knife for those pregnant women who were killed by you. I cut this knife for those children who were killed by you. I cut this knife for those old people who were killed by you. Su Chen's eyes were sharp, he brandished 2 knives, and his words were powerful. Every time he said a word, he slashed at the giant monster. One knife after another, 9981 and 9981. A full 162 knives. Every cut brought great pain to the giant monster, like Ling Kai. The severe pain caused the giant monster to howl, and the screams resounded throughout the passage. Devil! This man is the devil! The giant monster felt extremely regretful, regretting why he provoked Su Chen and his group. Under Su Chen's 160 knives, the giant monster's limbs had already been chopped into pieces. Minced meat fell all over the ground, bloody. Not only that, the gem of life in the center of the giant monster has already been dug out by Su Chen. The giant monster that lost the gemstone of life is left with a torso without limbs, just like an ordinary person. Now, let you taste the taste of those who are eaten by you. Zhou Zhanbin, is this your real human name? Is it nice to eat people? Now let you taste the despair of being eaten. Holding the gem of life in his left hand, Su Chen sneered, and made a devilish voice. Of course, he would not let such a scumbag die so cleanly. Zhou Zhanbin was full of fear. When he looked at Su Chen, it was as if he was looking at a demon. Very sour, very sour, very sour, very sour. Seeing Zhou Zhanbin, who was left incomplete on the ground, the eyes of one lemon after another were so fierce that his saliva almost didn't flow out. They have been enslaved by Zhou Zhanbin for so long, now is the time for revenge. Lemon essences rushed forward to eat Zhou Zhanbin's incomplete one by one in groups. One bite after another, the mouth was full of Zhou Zhanbin's meat. What? Don't eat me, I don't eat well. Zhou Zhanbin screamed out, the cry was extremely miserable. Burst into tears, begging for mercy again and again. He now finally understands the desperation and fear of those he eats. But begging for mercy was of no use to the lemon essence, they kept tearing and gnawing on Zhou Zhanbin's flesh and blood. In less than a few tens of seconds, under the gnawing of lemon essence, Zhou Zhanbin was left with a whole lot of bones. Studio. Ah, the ogre is finally dead. It's really exhausting. Su Chen did a great job. This ogre deserved what he deserved. Seeing him being eaten by lemon essence made me feel good. Ha ha ha, he deserves it. This Zhou Zhanbin really deserves what happened. He killed so many people. Now that he was killed by a monster, he finally realized the despair of those who were killed by you. It's so comfortable. Zhou Zhanbin really deserves his death. Isn't this better than Bo Ran? My blood boils when I see it. Su Chen's knife skills are amazing. With 162 knives, the knife avoids Zhou Zhanbin's vital points, allowing him to experience the pain of ancient Ling Qi. Su Chen used to be a prison guard, right? Well done, well done. Zhou Zhanbin died so badly. Finally, I have an explanation for those who were eaten by him. I'm a fan. Although Su Chen is full of flirtatious words and is suspected of being gay. But when he does things, his 3 views are super positive. This is too charismatic. Oh my god, this is not a fan, it's too much. Seeing Zhou Zhanbin's ogre end up like this, the audience shouted hello and kept sending barrage. The barrage spewed out like a tidal wave, filling the screen of the live broadcast room. Very sour, very sour, very sour, very sour. After eating the lemon essence, they turned to look at Su Chen and the others one by one, with greedy eyes in their eyes. Food, it's all food. They just opened the meat. One by one, the smell of blood immediately dazzled Zima's little head, and they were ready to move, wanting to pounce on Su Chen. It seems that there are still some shrimp soldiers and crab generals. It's time to wrap things up. Su Chen chuckled. He took out his 2 knives again, ready to chop off the heads of these dozens of lemon spirits. Very sour, very sour, very sour, very sour. Lemon essence couldn't bear the temptation of human flesh anymore, and they all bit at Su Chen and the others as if they had gone mad. You don't have to be so quick to seek death. Su Chen tilted her head and smiled calmly. His attributes had been improved not long ago, and he hadn't tried his best to use his abilities. There is such an opportunity right now. He wants to see how many seconds he can chop off the heads of these dozens of lemon essences. Laugh, 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 laugh. Although lemon essence is extremely cruel, Su Chen is even more cruel. He rushed forward fiercely, like lightning, appearing in the crowd of lemon spirits. While the two knives were flying quickly, Lemon Jing's heads were chopped off one after another. Blood splatter, head flying. In less than 20 seconds, the heads of 75 lemon essences were all chopped off. The battle is over. Take the knife. And handsome. I, Su Chen, the head harvester. Uncharted Adventure. Unlock the Deadpool template at the beginning. Wow, brother Su Chen, you are too powerful. The ogre was finally beaten to death by you. According to the promise of hanging on the hook just now, I will sing a song for you. Yao Yao admires Su Chen from the bottom of her heart. Brother Su Chen not only looks so handsome, has such a good figure, but also is so strong. It's great to have such strong teammates. I still haven't been able to help this day, so I can only cheer on the side and call. Barley, crying, another day of being a fool. I really am trash Yao Yao. However, it is my luck to have such a strong teammate as brother Su Chen. Wait a minute, I want to sing for brother Su Chen, I promised brother Su Chen just now. Su Chen, what are your two knives? And what was that green gemstone just now? Miss Bauer tilted her head. Holding a shovel in her right hand, she asked doubtfully. My double knives are special. These two knives can inhibit the self-healing effect. As for this gemstone, it is called the gemstone of life. It has life energy in it. It can heal wounds quickly, but the energy of this mysterious gemstone has been consumed 7 to 88 times, and the life energy in it is about 1/10. If this gem is sold, it can be sold for at least million yuan. Of course, if we encounter danger in the passage and get injured later, we can also use the energy of this life gem to heal us. Su Chen chuckled, swung the double knives twice, and when he stuck the two knives behind his back, he patiently explained. He just learned the information and value of this gem of life from the system. Although this life gem is worth million yuan, in the secret realm, the greatest value of this life gem lies in its ability to heal injuries. Wow, this gem of life can actually sell for million. Sister Bauer, we've made a fortune. If we can sell 4 million yuan, each of the four of us can get 5,000 million yuan. If we add the nuclear energy crystal we got before, each of us can get more than million yuan. I never thought Yao Yao would become a billionaire so soon. Yao Yao folded her hands on her slender waist, and spoke cutely with a little air. She looked so cute, like a child who got a new toy and showed it off. Brother Su Chen, please put away this gem of life. Otherwise, it will be seen by other expeditions, and another incident of snatching may occur. Yao Yao smiled sweetly, and Kazilin blinked her big eyes. She thought of the last time when she was beating the female corpse in white. A team of adventurers suddenly rushed out to snatch their spoils. She almost didn't anger Yao Yao at that time. Yao Yao, pick it up for me. Help me stuff it into the space. Su Chen chuckled and looked down at Yao Yao. Okay, brother Su Chen. Yao Yao picked up the life gem that was as big as a football on the ground, and stuffed it directly into Su Chen's ass, into the 7-dimensional space. Ah, so big. Su Chen was alert all over, and moaned. Deadpool roll value +5. Deadpool roll value +5. Deadpool roll value +5. Deadpool roll value +5. Deadpool playing actually +5. There are so many. Good guy, sure enough, this method increases Deadpool's performance value the most. Hey, little Shishi, why don't you talk? Are you shocked by me so much that I can't speak? Am I particularly awesome? Am I particularly powerful? Please don't be infatuated with me, brother is just a legend. But if you want to worship me, I can't help it. However, your Thunder Tiger attack just now is really awesome. I just saw that you didn't use your full strength. Are you hiding your clumsiness? Little Shishi, don't I know you well? You can't escape the discernment. You are so powerful but you keep such a low profile. Is this to protect me secretly? If you don't speak, it means you acquiesce. You really don't speak. Then you admit that you hide your strength to protect me on purpose. In fact, words omitted above. Su Chen surrounded Kakashi, chattering endlessly. One sentence, one sentence, one sentence, talking endlessly, coquettish. Talking constantly. From just now until now, it has never stopped. Kakashi. With Su Chen's chatter, his ears could hardly stand it. If it wasn't for the sake of Golden Plum, Kakashi might just go berserk. So annoying. Why do people with so many words exist? Before he came to explore the secret land, he had never encountered such an annoying person as Su Chen. At this moment, Kakashi wanted to stun Su Chen's chatterbox, but for the sake of Golden Plum, he still took a deep breath, forcibly endured it, and continued to watch Golden Plum. As a ninja, what can't you bear? Deadpool roll value +3. Deadpool roll value +3. Deadpool roll value +3. Deadpool roll value +3. Ding dong. Deadpool's acting speed increased by 1%. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the skill, Singing Proficiency. Singing Proficiency. The host can sing a voice like nature. Reward distribution. 10%, 30%, 100%. Rewards issued successfully. Su Chen stopped chattering, and the corners of her eyes twitched. He can feel the knowledge and experience of a lot of music in his mind. Okay, this time, after the acting speed increased, the 50 basic attributes were not rewarded. You must know that every time you increase your acting speed before, you will be rewarded with 50 basic attributes. But this time, there was no reward. And this time the reward is not combat skills, but talent. Su Chen rubbed her temples. If you are proficient in singing, you should be proficient in singing. It is better than no reward. First look at how much your acting speed has reached. First look at the panel. Thinking of this, he directly opened the Properties panel. Host. Su Chen. Current template. Deadpool. Attributes. 300 plus 50. The attributes of normal people are 10, strength, speed, and agility. Item. Exclusive leather case. Desert Eagle dual guns. Carbon steel dual knives. Skills. Pistol proficiency. Double knife proficiency. Unlimited bullets. 7-dimensional space. Cooking proficiency. Intermediate healing ability new. Song proficiency new. Current fit 24% plus 1%. The fit reaches 100%, and the second character panel can be unlocked. The basic attribute has increased by 50 points, and the ability of intermediate healing is also the reward for improving the acting speed when fighting the giant monster just now. After such a big battle, let's find a place to rest. Kakashi opened his mouth while looking at the little yellow book. Alright, Yao Yao nodded. Today, she harvested a life gem worth million, and she was dancing while walking. After Su Chen and the others decided to rest, they still chose to rest where they were. Because the environment of this channel is very good. A prairie, stream water, rabbits everywhere, chirp 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 chirp. It's not good, it's not good. Humans are resting here again. Run away. Chi 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 chi. Run everyone, they are going to eat us again. Chirp 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 chirp. Everyone run away. The rabbits on the prairie saw that Su Chen was resting here again and returned to their original place. One by one began to scurry wildly. Some got into the soil hole. Some ran into the grass. Some, because they ran too fast, directly hit a big tree or a rock, pond. Deja vu scene. The taste of deja vu. These rabbits still don't have a long memory, and they sent Su Chen and the others a gift from nature. The four of Su Chen gathered around the campfire. Su Chen was roasting rabbits. While roasting the rabbit, he added spices, salt and soy sauce to the rabbit. The rich smell of barbecue, the smell of meat permeates all around. Kakashi read the little yellow book with relish, while eating the roasted rabbit. Sister Bauer touched Yao Yao's antlers. She kept touching and touching and touching. The more you touch, the more addicted you become, showing intoxicated eyes. Hee hee, my daughter's antlers are so nice to touch. Bashi. Yao Yao looked at Su Chen while eating the roasted rabbit. She ate very deliciously, and was already eating the second roasted rabbit. Hee hee, brother Su Chen's roasted rabbit is also delicious. I have to eat a few more today. If you go to another passage tomorrow, if there are no bunnies in other passages, but I can't eat the roasted rabbit roasted by Su Chen's brother. Eat 3. No, rabbits are so delicious. Bah, rabbits are so cute, how can you eat 3? 4. Well, eat 4. Thinking of this, Yao Yao continued to eat roasted rabbits. After eating 4 strips, she finally burped with satisfaction. After eating the roasted rabbit, satisfied, Su Chen and the others gathered around the campfire to rest. Hee hee, brother Su Chen. Before I came to meet the adventurer, I learned a poem by Li Bai. Listen to me and recite it. Yao Yao looked at Su Chen and smiled sweetly. What poem? Su Chen asked curiously. Quiet night thinking. I'll recite it to you. The moonlight is bright in front of the bed, it is suspected to be frost on the ground. Raise your head to look at the bright moon, and lower your head to think about your hometown. While talking, Yao Yao shook her head and began to recite. After reciting, her small face was raised arrogantly. The small face was written all over. Praise me quickly. Compliment me quickly. Compliment me quickly. Yao Yao, you are too good. You can even recite poems. Little stars appeared in Sister Bao'er's eyes. It seemed that his daughter was finally promising. He can even recite poems. As expected of my daughter, she is as talented as me. Excellent, little poet. Su Chen stroked his chin, and praised with a smile. Hee hee, thank you for the compliment. Yao Yao, I studied at home since I was a child. It was only recently that I came into contact with ancient poetry. Although I can memorize it, I don't know the meaning of this poem. Brother Su Chen, can you explain to me the meaning of this ancient poem? Yao Yao looked at Su Chen curiously, blinking Kazilan's big eyes, her small face full of curiosity. Through the recent understanding of Su Chen, she knew that Su Chen was not only powerful, but also knowledgeable, and also had some weird skills, such as roasting rabbits. So at this moment, if there is a question that I don't know, Yao Yao is the first to ask Su Chen. Of course you can. Su Chen chuckled. Yao Yao nodded and began to listen carefully to Su Chen's explanation. However, next moment, the words that made Kakashi Boa stunned appeared. The words that made the audience stunned appeared. This poem is very simple. In fact, this poem is a love poem. Su Chen spoke seriously. Deadpool roll value +3. Deadpool roll value +3. Deadpool roll value +3. Deadpool roll value +3. Sister Bauer, Kakashi. The audience in the live broadcast room. What? This poem is actually called a love poem. Isn't it a poem about homesickness? How did it become a love poem again? What is this all about? Are you sure you are explaining seriously? Wow, so it's a love poem. I understand Yao Yao. Then what does this poem mean? Yao Yao blinked her eyes curiously. Brother Su Chen is amazing. Even the theme of this song is known. Kakashi, Sister Bauer, seeing that Yao Yao believed in Su Chen so much, the two of them looked at each other, not knowing what to say for a while. Su Chen dares to say it, Yao Yao really dares to believe it. This is really no one. Su Chen chuckled, continued to explain Yao Yao's doubts, and said seriously. As for the meaning of this ancient poem, it is even simpler. The approximate meaning of this poem is, Li Bai sat on the bed, resting with a cigarette in his mouth. In front of the bed stood a woman named Mingyu. Her skin was as white as hoarfrost on the ground. After finishing the work, the poet Li Bai took a puff of cigarette, looked up at the bright moon, and felt that his conscience was ashamed. So he lowered his head and couldn't help but think of his wife in his hometown. Hey, it's really an epic love story. Explain the meaning of the poem. Su Chen couldn't help sighing, he felt that his interpretation of the ancient poem was very good. Heaven does not give birth to my poetic fairy morning, and the way of poetry is like a long night. I, Su Chen, Xian is also. Deadpool roll value +4. Deadpool roll value +4. Deadpool roll value +4. Deadpool roll value +4. After listening to Su Chen's explanation, Yao Yao suddenly realized. She looked at Su Chen with admiration, her eyes were full of little stars. Wow, brother Su Chen is amazing. He even knows the meaning of this ancient poem. Yao Yao, I adore you so much. Yao Yao, hear Su Chen's explanation. Kakashi was silent. Miss Bauer was silent. The audience fell silent. Silence. Silence. After a moment of silence, the audience in the live broadcast burst into laughter. They were laughing one by one. Ha ha ha, Awesome, love poem, what a song and tearful love poem. I laughed so hard, what kind of God's explanation is this? It's amazing, my brother. Love poem, what a love poem. Lee Bai's coffin can hardly hold up. So there is such an explanation. It's a big brain hole. If you think about it carefully, it makes sense. Long experience. I just want to say, awesome. Quote. Su Chen YYDS. Ahaha, Su Chen is trying to laugh me to death. The strange knowledge has increased again. Wow, there is such a good person. Su Chen, please accept me as an apprentice. Show, the show of Taihua. Use high voltage wires for Shu, and blow the east wind. I seriously suspect that there is a big hole in Su Chen's head, a big, big brain hole. The audience never expected that Su Chen's brain hole would be so novel and unique. God love poem. God epic love story. Kakashi was stunned for a moment. This poem is not a love poem at all, okay. Nima. What about serious nonsense? Sister Bauer tilted her head. Although she is a group of witty people, she still thinks what Su Chen said makes sense. The wind is very noisy today. Let me sing a song. This song is called, Ugly. Su Chen rolled his eyes and laughed out loud. Just increase the performance. It's useless to get the singing proficiency, now it's just a good time to use it, and see how it works. Wow, brother Su Chen can still sing. Yao Yao looked at Su Chen curiously, full of anticipation. Brother Su Chen is not only powerful, but also versatile. It's amazing. Kakashi was also a little curious, with a strange expression on his face. Why does this chatter seem to know everything? This chatty Su Chen can actually sing. Let's go. Su Chen chuckled. He slapped his ass with his right hand. Pull out a guitar. Audiences. Guitar. Uncharted Adventure still brings a guitar. Are you sure you came to explore in a secret place, instead of traveling here? It is good. Next, I bring you this song, Ugly. After Su Chen finished speaking, his dry and slender fingers began to strum the guitar. In an instant, the beautiful guitar accompaniment sounded in the huge channel. Full of rhythm, full of rhythm. At the same time, Su Chen's voice, like the sounds of nature, came out in a low and elegant voice. If the world is dark, in fact, I am beautiful. Advance and retreat in love, the most consumed. Irrelevant things or not, what's wrong? It doesn't matter. If you are here, someone will always praise. The humbleness that surrounds me may be able to fade away. When the full and rhythmic guitar fluctuates, one song after another is full of magnetism and slightly hoarse. This song after another made the audience in the live broadcast room immersive. They can't help being attracted, immersed in it, unable to extricate themselves. They seem to have really seen an ugly monster, playing the guitar and telling the story. Actually, I don't care, there are many opportunities. Fearless like a giant, let go of the ghost in my heart. But I'm not worthy, ugly. Can you not turn on the light, the love I want? Haunting the pitch-black stage. Every line of the lyrics is like a sharp knife hitting the hearts of 10 people around. Now in this era of looking at faces, is there anyone who has not suffered from the loss of appearance? In this era of looking at faces, is it wrong to be ugly? Born with a disadvantage, born with a low appearance, and born humble in his bones, it seems that even breathing is wrong. Even and joyful, all because of his ugliness, as if he had done something wrong. In fact, no one is wrong. Wrong, it's this face-seeking era. The lyrics of this sentence outline the sad memories of the audience. They seem to have really seen their ugly self, which aroused strong resonance. Some even secretly wiped away the tears from the corners of their eyes. The audience in the live broadcast room were all in tears. It seems that what Su Chen sang is not just a song, but a story, a soulful narrative of an ugly monster. Now, the audience who are watching the live broadcast are immersed in it and cannot extricate themselves. They couldn't help but think of sad scenes one after another. Woo, in the next life, I will grow up to look like you like, and then I won't like you. Jong Dong, you fool. Just because I look ugly, you abandoned me. In a room in H City, a girl who was watching the live broadcast burst into tears. My old lady will go for plastic surgery in a few days to become the goddess in your mind. Jong Dong, you scumbag, get ready to cry. Studio. Hey, that's how reality is. A handsome man who flirts with a girl is called a flirt. An ugly girl like me who flirts with a girl is called harassment. Woo, it's too miserable for an ordinary ugly like me. Oh, brother, the reality is so skinny. Boys who are handsome, tall and rich are called male gods, and they are called Gao Fu Shui. Boys who are ugly, short and rich can only be called nouveau riche, diamond king. A boy who is handsome and can talk is called a high EQ. A boy who is ugly and can talk is just called a licking dog. You guys are not the only ones who are treated differently if you are ugly. We girls are also the same. A beautiful girl who acts like a baby is called a spoiled child. An ugly girl who acts like a baby is called a nuclear explosion. Sigh. Someone once said I was ugly. I was not convinced at the time. As soon as I got home, I quickly turned on the fan and asked the fan if I was ugly. As a result, the fan shook my head for a whole day. Only then did I know that I am beautiful and not ugly at all. I have always liked a boy. I have been chasing him for 4 years. But he has refused to give me a chance. In fact, I know in my heart that it is all because of my ugly appearance. Just yesterday, I saw that he made a girlfriend. Sigh, I can only wish my old friend fool. Within the channel, Su Chen sang affectionately, as if she was on the scene, transformed into an ugly monster. Ugly, in this ambiguous era. My existence, like an accident. Someone with a drop of tears, will bring trouble to beauty. As long as you are hypocritical enough, you are not afraid of the devil. Right, fearless like dust, who knows who turns into ashes, who cares whether he is worthy. When the song reached its climax, the strong sentimental atmosphere infected every audience in the live broadcast room. Now in this era of looking at faces, not a handsome face or a pretty face, it seems that I feel less confident and unsatisfactory in everything I do. I always feel inferior in front of people with good looks. Afraid to meet friends. Fear of meeting someone you like. Fear of appearing in every photo taken with others. I always want to get a handsome or beautiful face, but unfortunately I can't achieve it after all. Because, that's how it was born. All of a sudden, this song made the audience in the live broadcast room fall deeply and aroused their strong resonance. Now, the audience suppressed the clouds. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.